This is real comic book talk. We are in the building.
Whoa, brother. What's only one got to clap?
Oh,
That's
okay.
me.
Clap hard. Nah, but I was trying to save you.
Too late. It already happened.
Let him hurt himself.
Yeah,
it's like a child that just don't want to listen when you tell him something.
Y'all know y'all can buy them clappers. Y'all know they got them little noises.
Nah, fuck that. Wait a minute.
Nah, this is his moment.
And then that happens every time after.
All right.
It's a learning lesson that doesn't. There's no learning.
There's no learning.
There's no learning.
There's no
First of
learning.
all, it's like it's like the song that never ends. Okay.
Some people just.
Really? Yeah, you
I
know
love
what?
that song.
Yeah.
I used to hate, my mother used to hate when I did that. This is the song that
like you just kept
Now you can ready to do it.
I did.
Now you can ready to do
Yeah,
it.
he is.
Yeah.
Pretty sure she
So,
heard me a couple
welcome to the channel and everything. I bet you've noticed that we have a guest on here. We have
Same guest from last time.
We have the jack of all trades,
Right.
the man who knows pop culture. You want to talk music from the 80s, 90s, and the present. You want to talk
Took
comic
my whole
books.
age out that thing.
You just said
You want to talk
through the whole age.
No, he is right now. Stop it. We're all around the same age.
No,
80s,
we're
90s
not.
music.
No, we're not, bro.
I can talk 80s, 90s music all day.
Okay,
anyway.
I can't too.
He can't. I know you can't.
I cannot.
You're
Forever young, baby.
fine. You're fine.
Forever
You want-
young.
So you don't even want to hear the older music?
I heard it, but
The music that started the music now?
I wasn't around. Yeah, I could sing the whole Straight Outta Compton album, lyric for lyric, but I wasn't around when it came out. Okay, I had to go do research.
You missed out, but that's
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's cool.
You did.
You
All the way out.
First of all, don't
No.
blame me.
No.
Blame my parents. I don't control when I'm born. In
They was probably cool. They probably was cool, and they know about it.
Well,
You know
my
what I'm
mom
saying?
didn't listen.
Everybody
I know for a fact my mama didn't.
Oh.
My
Okay.
dad, he probably was playing it. He probably doing the beat on the drums.
If you want to go, if you've been to any con in the DMV, you probably see this man.
True.
He's one of four from Loading Snacks. This man right here is at most of the cons.
Not
He's
most. First of all, you've been disrespectful. He's at all of them.
fine.
Yeah.
He's been disrespectful. He's at all of them.
He's at all the cons. You want to talk anything pop culture? This is the man to talk to right there. Gage from Loading Snacks.
I appreciate that.
Son,
I appreciate that.
Loading Snacks, right? All social medias. They're very approachable, easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Did not help.
Very cool people. Today is a
Sad day. A sad
It's
day
a
for
sad
the
day.
sad
Today
day
is
for the
a-
channel.
as a comic book channel. We are here and trying to figure out what the
I'm not here
problem
to,
is.
First of all, I'm not figuring out anything. I'm here do my weekly bashing of what they've done to these people.
Black Lightning to the side, Batwoman to the side.
the new information
Because
out
Batwoman
there.
didn't come out this week,
Didn't come
so I
out.
gotta get a weekly bashing in somewhere.
The new information is DC5G and how they're talking about how this could be the last straw to break the camel, and we'll see what happens. They say that they're doing a complete just renovation of DC. Like, here we go. We're going to clean it out. This is the new house. If it fails, it fails. If it works, it works.
That's
How
like
do
the
y'all
dumbest. First of all, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If it fails, it fails. First of all, the only thing that fails is stuff you don't put the time into. Just can't say I'm gonna just throw it out there, see what happens. You gotta put the work, time. That's another thing. Number two, I'm a minority, no doubt, hands down. I'm a minority.
Sure?
I know that.
You ain't said it, sure?
I know I'm a minority. I'm telling you, I feel like they're forcing minority in my face. And I'm the guy who they're trying to target.
That's
This is
what it
atrocious. What? No, I can't cuss. That's right. Hold on. Give me a second. What in the absolute malarkey did you think this was going to do? What do you think is going to happen? You think all your main targeters, which is white male, is going to be like, oh yeah, you're turning all my favorite characters who look like me into people I don't recognize, who I don't normally see? You think people in Nebraska are going to buy a black Batman? Think about that.
There's black people in Nebraska.
Name 5.
I don't know
All right.
I don't know anybody in Nebraska.
Yeah, I know. But we know there's black people there, yo. Come on now. We know there's black people there.
Hey, listen, man. You seem upset. I just want to clarify. You seem upset.
Please.
That's just a regular.
The only people that really black people that really read comics in Nebraska are the ones who go to Nebraska to play football, like from out of state.
What?
Like,
They probably
like,
playing football instead of
Yeah, they
reading
probably.
comic books,
You're
but
absolutely
okay.
right.
Yeah,
'Cause they're not buying
right?
freaking comics. I tried to see what they're doing. I gave up. I'm going back to my basket. This is atrocious.
What's your actual issue?
My actual issue is
You upset and you saying a lot of stuff
My
about being
actual
upset,
issue
but I
is-
haven't heard what the issue is.
all right. Number one, they shouldn't do it. That's the absolute issue.
Shouldn't do what?
They should not change all these characters who are main characters to black, and just because we think it's going to help boost our sales.
Like who?
Like Batman, well, he's the one that turned him black.
Who?
But then
Lucius Fox?
Yeah, Luke Fox, who's I don't have a problem with Luke Fox. He's the only positive thing in Batwoman at all. Like, let's be clear about that. Him, I don't even know who the dude who's placed in the Flash is. I've never heard of that guy in my life.
Well, that's why every
I get it, but then the Green Lantern, they choosing the newest of Green Lantern. It's like 16,000 Earth Green Lanterns. I know that's an over exaggeration. There's like 6 of them. It's like 6 of them.
Okay.
You got Hal, Guy Gardner, Kyle, Stewart, Bass, the other one that came with Bass, can't remember, who just had a vicious moment. Jessica Cruz. And then you got the new one. That is 6. And I know I'm missing one. So it's about, that's 7. I know I'm missing one.
That's about 8.
Yeah, so it's about 8.
All right.
It's about 8. And you choose the newest one that you even haven't established her yet. Like, she hasn't gotten a fan base to get beside her yet. She hasn't done anything memorable in the comics. We still learning about her. She is almost as new as Joker's new girlfriend, which we still don't know about her. And you're just going to put her like, oh yeah, she's going to be the front center. Now, if you wanted to take this idea and make it its own universe, like its own separate thing, like Marvel did with the Ultimateverse, I wouldn't have a problem with this. I'm like, all right, cool. You gave me people who don't read comics, as I always explain to Dan, there's new people who come in who are not going to go back and try to collect, get information on 40, 50 years of comics that came before them, because nobody that got that kind of time. So you want to start them all over with the new universe by itself, separate. Boom, that could be their thing, and they can go back and forth and then read.
Why are they doing this?
Oh, because
that's here's the thing.
They're doing it.
I understand you're upset.
I know why they're doing it.
I understand.
I gotta calm down.
Yeah, because
I gotta calm down.
Like
calm
for anybody who's watching right now,
gotta calm down.
all you know is he's mad. You don't know why.
Yeah, I know, right? It just came out with so much anger. I've been pent up for a week.
You're talking about this whole 5G, this Generation 5 thing, right? And them kind of revamping DC.
Not kind of.
Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
It's this revamp,
yes, sir.
And we're not happy about this.
Yeah.
Is that where we are?
Yeah.
First of all, he told me he just said why I'm not happy, so I just went with that.
Can I tell you that I could care less, and that's part of the problem, and that's why they're doing it.
Right. I mean, that is true, but this ain't the way to do it. Like, if you want to reinvigorate readership and stuff like that, I don't have a problem with the idea. The idea is fine. Just make it its own separate universe. That was my always thing. If you want to try to get a boost of sales because you feel like people are not buying the comics and this and that, or it's not, these comics are not like you said earlier off camera. One leg balances the other. Like one helps the other one move forward. Movies help the comics help the movies. Boom, boom, boom. Like Marvel does right now. Like their comic books are pretty much pamphlets for the movie, so you go see the movie because the movies make billions of dollars. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. The problem is when you're throwing away all the history that comes before it. Like, if you want to take some B-list, C-list characters that nobody's ever heard of, ever, and then make them black or change their ethnicity to whatever, I don't have a problem with that. If you want to make new characters, which you should always do, I don't have a problem with that. But when you take established characters who have, Batman has been around for what? He just had a 90th year? 80th year? 85th year, I think? 85th year. That's 85 years history of fans that built in. You're just going to throw that away, try to get some new readership? I know you do. But don't do it like that.
But listen, all the fans that Batman has built up over that time period, how many of them are buying comic books for Batman?
I get that.
Right now. No, I don't think you do. I don't think you do, because that's the entire point. The point is that what they're doing now isn't working. So they're trying to do something else to see if it works. And they don't have no choice. Because the money's not there. The numbers aren't there. The books aren't listen, we had this conversation when you walked in, right? You like DC is the number one. They the best comics ever. I know you're a DC guy, I'm a Marvel guy. We can have that fight later. But
that's a lot. No. I don't know what he told you before.
No.
I'm a Marvel guy.
I am a defender. I am a defender of my point. And DC was at the time. DC Comics been holding it down for years.
But they haven't for the last 2.
That's
For the
two
last
out
two.
of out of like 80 years. So
but right now is what counts.
And there's only one,
isn't it?
Yeah, right
Isn't
now,
right now what counts?
True that.
Like if
True.
right now, if you're losing money or you're not making money or you're number 2. Matter of fact, if you've been number 1 for all of them years and all of a sudden out of nowhere you're not, aren't you doing something wrong?
Yeah, it's called
and
Jim
don't
Lee.
you need to do something else?
It's called Jim Lee. Just like we were in Baltimore Con and we went live with Common Corps. I feel so bad. I can't remember his name at the moment. But he was like, the number one problem with DC Comics is Jim Lee. He took an artist and put him in an executive producer role of comics, and he's making all of these hard. It took you 3 years to get a 12-issue series of Doomsday Clock out. Like, there's no way in hell it takes 3 years to get 12 issues out.
I mean,
3 years.
You
gotta do one like every 4 months.
Who helped create probably the most successful indie comic brand out there.
No doubt. That
Right?
don't mean he's a leader.
But he didn't. Wildcats wasn't great. Like it didn't do crazy numbers, and it was basically X-Men, but at Image. So that might be true. But at the end of the day, they stole Brian Michael Bendis,
which he is not doing well.
I mean, but
not doing well.
But he's the guy.
No,
but listen,
Scott Snyder's their guy.
Sure, but
Scott Snyder's their guy right now.
He's been their guy for quite some time. Is it working?
Well, his comics actually do well. Everybody else's don't.
But
we're
that's
talking about a
one
whole
joint.
company.
I get that. But the problem, if you want to go, just like before we were talking about Harley Quinn and her, who's to blame? Is it Margot Robbie as a producer, or is it people above her? Now I'm saying, okay, you want to blame the people above her and Harley Quinn. The people above all these people writing the comics is Jim Lee. He's allowing all of this stuff to happen. You're like, we need to try this. And now that it's all backfiring, now people above him like, look, what you doing ain't wrong.
Who's the exec at DC that just got fired? You know?
DC Comics or
yeah.
DC?
Yeah, DC Comics.
I don't know his name.
All right, we'll get to that. If you watch Rob Liefeld did a post on IGTV like 2 weeks ago, right, where he went off for like 5 minutes because Slim got fired and was like, here's why. He got fired because DC Comics publishing arm has been 17 to 18 basis points behind Marvel for the last 2 years.
Right.
That's 2 years. That's a long time to leave somebody in a position where they're in charge and or running things, right? And they're not producing.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So take whoever your favorite football team and your favorite player is, and if they're not producing, what do we do with them?
You trade.
All right. So
Jameis
you leave the franchise.
You know what I'm saying?
You're damn right.
So right now,
you're damn right. You're damn right. I left the Redskins. I do it again. Right quick. I left the Redskins, and I've never been happier watching football. Boom.
Okay.
Ravens flop. It don't stop.
If DC doesn't do something to reinvigorate their publishing arm, right? Then AT&T, as the corporation that owns them now,
right,
is going to get rid of them.
I don't have a problem with it. Everything you're saying is right. The only problem I have,
his problem is he wants his people.
No.
He wants his same people.
Right. You don't have to throw away the entire history. You can just literally make it its own universe.
But if you do that,
because Batman right now is selling.
That won't work.
But what he's saying, that's like two different. That's a lot more production.
Well,
to have two different universes.
Right, I get that.
But
you can cut down stuff like you don't need. Like nobody's buying a Booster Gold comic. You can put that down.
Why does Booster Gold have
I don't know. But he has it.
That's the first problem.
I don't know. I get that. First of all, they need to cut down. They need to trim the fat. Like that Wonder Woman ain't gonna isn't selling a bunch of comics. She's still selling comics, but she's not selling a bunch. You don't have to make as many.
But shouldn't she be? She's their star right now. Wonder Woman is the star. Period.
I get it.
She bigger than Batman. She bigger than Superman. She's the only one with a successful movie.
She's talking about right now.
She's the only one with a successful movie and has a movie coming out. And Harley just.
But we just saw how Batmobile damn near broke the internet yesterday. So she's not bigger than Batman.
I disagree.
She's not bigger.
I disagree. I'm gonna say, listen. I'm gonna just. What's the last Batman movie that came out and did numbers? We're talking popcorn.
Like,
we're talking
about just Batman by himself.
We're talking about what AT&T is looking at.
All right, I get it. But
when
you
they
talking
look
about
at
Batman
numbers.
by itself or Batman in another?
It don't matter because you anything you put Batman in is supposed to do numbers, and it didn't. That's why the animated film for the Suicide Squad isn't called Suicide Squad. It's called Batman Assault on Arkham. It ain't even his movie. You put his name in.
I said the same thing about Justice League Dark.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. I get that, but then Wonder Woman was in that same movie.
Right.
It's also flop. Flash was in that same movie. It's also flop.
But whose movie didn't? Hers.
Hers didn't flop. Okay.
Hers.
But neither did the Suicide Squad.
So what's the success rate? If you look again, because when you're talking about a conglomerate that's looking from the top down, they're saying, what are we doing that's moving the needle to bring more money in from here? Because otherwise, we're just wasting money. So if we just create a whole nother universe, like he's talking, okay, so let's keep the regular universe, let's add another universe, which doesn't work because you're trying to bring in new people.
We seen it work though.
And you
we seen Marvel do it. That
right?
work. Marvel, when they brought in the Ultimate Universe, it boosted up their sales. Now it slowed back down again.
They had to get rid of it.
Yeah,
they just got rid of it.
They
had to consolidate it because they got all these new people coming in going, wait a minute. You got this and this and this and this and this. Yeah. It's too much.
You're right, but what I'm saying is, but you can trim the fat. Like you can make it a big event. Like DC, no matter what, every DC big event thing sells. I've seen the numbers; they all sell. Now, after the before and after thing, I give you that.
So what happened with New 52? What's wrong with it?
Oh, it started out the jump.
But what's wrong with it?
Over time, people was like, "Oh, this sucks."
So why they do Rebirth?
Because they need another boost.
Okay, so why are they doing this?
They need another boost.
That's it. I'm just saying.
I get you that.
What they're doing, they're creating new universes. They're retelling the stories. They're trying to bring characters that are fit. Superman is the worst superhero on the planet.
Yes, no doubt.
All right.
No, only because
you're trying to reinvent.
He is.
Oh,
you saw that face. Continue with your point.
He is.
He's not.
He is.
You're trying to take a character who doesn't fit into the current landscape. One that people right now who will be picking up comic books, reading comic books, kids who spend all their time on their iPods, iPads, looking at YouTube, whatever. Like, he does nothing for them. He does absolutely nothing for them. He's not grounded in any level of reality.
You gotta talk to that guy about that guy.
But here's the thing. Neither are any of the rest of them.
Original superhero Superman.
So, doesn't mean he's the best.
Listen.
The best.
Who's the original black superhero? Is he the best?
The Blue Marvel?
I don't need to answer that. I don't need to answer that.
The Blue Marvel.
Only if you go technically by years. He wants comics. If you go by years, it's Blue Marvel.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
60s Blue Marvel.
Whoever's my point is, just going back to what you're saying, just because you're the first or the original don't make you the best.
If you
Superman is not the best superhero.
This is what I want you to do. I want you to think about what you're talking about as far as them creating a new universe, whatever, and I want you to think about it from a business standpoint. How does doing an offshoot with a brand new universe where you are now creating brand new characters and now you have to create books around this new universe with new characters, how does that make you money?
All right. To answer your question, I know I should have said the whole thing. But you make the separate universe, but then you take a hard look at what books you selling or not selling. Like, you know that new Green Lantern ain't selling. Okay. I can't think of the other black character's name.
But aren't they getting ready to get rid of all of that when they redo this?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? You could trim all the fat. You know that Batman's going to sell no matter what. Because he's one of the only DC comics selling. For some reason, I don't know, people still want to buy Black Widow Superman.
That's Jim Lee Man, ain't it? Yeah. Batman, that's Jim Lee's guy, ain't it? But he's the problem.
He is the problem, no doubt.
Ain't his book selling?
Scott Snyder's really selling that book, the way he's writing. His art, look, Jim Lee's art is unquestionable. His decision making after that all goes into question.
Okay. Look, the whole thing to actually kind of go to his point is you're saying trim the fat, but at the same time, if you're going to make the old comics to sell and a whole new universe, you're trimming the fat to bring in more fat.
But that new fat, yeah. But again, like,
so you're not really trimming the fat. You're taking comics out to put in new comics.
But you think those new comics think that you believe if you're head of the company, you believe these new comics are sell. Now they don't.
Now if
you can cut it just like they cut any other comic 6 issues. Oh my gosh, it's not selling. We'll cut it. No problem. You can do that to the Ultimate Verse, and nobody would care if it's not selling. Nobody would care.
I think part of the problem is
if the old ones aren't selling and the new ones aren't selling.
But you know, I'm saying the ones you know are selling. Keep those.
How many actually do you think are actually selling?
I'm sorry. I'm talking about like look at detailed version.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Which
Batman's going to sell.
Batman is.
All right, Justice League is going to sell.
Okay.
Wonder Woman is going to sell, but not as much. So you don't need to print.
Are you going to keep her, or
no,
you going to?
You're not going to print as many as her comics to make. Okay. Like the most of the money that comes with making the comic is making the printing the comic, having a writer stuff like that. So if she only selling 100, she's not selling 100,000 units. You don't have to make 100,000 units. You can chop it down to whatever you think she's going to make. I mean, same thing with any other comic that you know are sell but not selling that much. Then stuff that you know is definitely not going to sell, like Booster Gold or any of the 15 freaking Green Lanterns or Flash.
How many do you think? How many books do you think they actually print?
They print enough to.
I mean, to like for real, because comic shops will only order what they think is going to sell.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So as a publisher, they're gonna say, all right, this looks like a big thing to us, or we're reading it and we enjoy it, right? And these are as an established comic book shop, this is the stuff that our people are coming in and picking up, right? So they're gonna place their orders. They're gonna say, hey, DC, give me however many of this particular book.
But see, I talked to some of the people in the shop and they specifically told me like they order books, but then it's a certain amount you have to order
to get it at all.
Yeah, to get it. So
which is
what I'm saying is
which is killing publishing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you could go as a publisher. You be like, all right, look, we know it's not going to sell that much. It's causing us to make it, and we're costing you shop the money. Fine, then we'll cut it down, and we'll tell the people, hey, look, it's only 100,000 of these copies getting made. You first come and get it. Now you're going to get a lot of people coming like, oh, they're only making this. And just like everybody think, oh, if I hold on to this long enough, it's going to make some money because ain't no more of these coming out.
I think that there's always a cause and effect, right? So if you reduce the number of copies that you make, right, and you lower the expectation for what you expected to sell, that doesn't change that you're still not meeting whatever your numbers, because you're not trying to break even. You're trying to make money.
Right.
So if you produce less books, right, and you're not going to sell more. So like, all right, Batman is selling. Right. Let's say Booster Gold's not. So let's reduce the number of Booster Golds that we print and ship. But that doesn't mean that you can then print more Batman.
No, I didn't say print.
No. Just listen to what I'm saying. So just because that happens doesn't mean that you then sell more Batman, right? So you save some money here, right? Because you don't print as many Booster Gold. You think that's not what they already doing? You think they ship as many Booster Golds as they ship Batmans? Because they definitely don't.
What I'm saying is,
and by bringing Booster Gold down, you don't automatically sell more Batman.
No.
So how do you make more money?
He's saying cut it all.
I'm talking about cut.
That way you save all that.
You saying you cut Booster Gold out.
So don't do Booster Gold at all.
Cut Booster Gold out. Take that money, use it for Booster Gold. Put into this new DC 5G project. Okay. And then if that's making money, then all right, I made a boost. Now, if it doesn't, then you cut it out and then bump it. Then
you go back to what you was already doing.
You don't make Booster Gold either.
No, I'm just saying, you go back to...
You're like, all right, fine. If this don't work, now we're using it. We'll hold this money off to the side. So we come up with an idea that we think we're going to work and then use it for that.
So if you stop making Booster Gold...
Completely. Because nobody...
Right. Let's just cut it. It doesn't exist anymore. All right. So now... we take this money, let's put it into the new book.
Right.
Let's say that book does the same numbers as Booster Gold did.
Cut it out.
Right? So you stop that, but you put all this time and effort and whatever, because keep in mind, you are writing these stories, you have this planned out for a year, for 2 years or whatever. Yeah, just hear me. So when you stop it, right? Now what do?
You move on to whatever your next idea is.
Which is what they did.
Right. But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, like, no.
So what I'm
saying is that you have the 5G, you have your main DC universe, you have your book that you know are not selling in that main Marvel universe. Cut them out. Take that money, put it to the 5G as its own universe. Then whatever in that 5G don't sell, you take that money out. Don't stop cutting those books. Let's say you make a 5G for all of these characters, just like they did in New 52. Like everybody got a book of the New 52, right? Everybody.
Why did everybody get a new book? I got you.
It was atrocious. Not denying it.
That's a lot of characters.
It is. And then what did they start doing?
It's a lot of joints.
They start cutting each one down. Like, all right, Blue Beetle's not selling? No good.
Right, but that's because it didn't work. So what happens is, if you begin to produce less books, or you begin to produce books that aren't making money, you then have to increase the cost that you charge for the books.
I mean, not
no. You have because
You
again
gotta make
because what you're
your
doing
money.
is
Yeah,
right
you
because
gotta
here's
make
the
your
thing
profit.
because the problem is
You gotta
you're
show
not
profit,
creating
yeah.
new customers.
Right.
So if you're not creating new customers, then the only way to make
That's
money.
what I'm saying. The 5G can help you create new customers, but then those new customers, you gotta go through like, all right, these new customers are not buying this book from the new stuff we just made, so we cut that out.
So here's the problem. In a business, what you want to do is you want to use organic growth as much as you can, meaning that you make more money from the same customer base. Right. So what you want to do is you want the people who are buying Batman to also buy another book. You want them to walk into the comic book store and pick up 3 books, not 1.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And so, but you have to do something to either bring people into that book, right? Or you got to create new customers that then bring new money in, because that's how you add money to the bottom line. Anything else, if you break even, you did nothing.
Right, but what I'm saying,
right?
I get what you said, but what I'm saying is you can have that with 5G being its own thing. And then like, so you go walk in, you're like, all right, I want to buy Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I'm gonna buy these three books. I'm gonna buy Justice League. I'm gonna buy these 4 books, right? Mm-hmm. Now I see the 5G over here. All right, what's this about? I'm intrigued, so I'm gonna buy a few issues. I'm gonna give
right.
these books a story, y'all.
Right.
Keep me intrigued. I have a story. Now you got the booth.
So who do you put on those books?
Like
who does what writer? What artist? Who do you put on?
That's a.
I'm
always gonna go.
Don't you have to put your best people on that?
Yeah, but
then if you put your best people there, who's doing your books that are the ones that are already selling?
These writers, we all seen them. They have multiple books out same time
that.
doing the same story.
But you
Charles
gotta
Wilson
pay that.
Doing Batman,
you now gotta pay that artist and that writer more money.
They're under salary.
I hear what you're saying, but listen,
you can pay. You don't gotta pay him more money. Like,
you ain't gotta write another book. You ain't gotta listen.
If you're under contract, like, hey, you need to write 5 books.
Contract said.
And listen,
all right, that's fine. Then you gotta go by the contract.
And if your boss come to you right now and say, I need you to do more work.
I'm the wrong example for that.
No, you're not.
At the present moment.
No, you're not. You're the perfect person for that.
You're
the perfect person for that right now.
Because
anytime they come to you and they say, we need more production out of you. Right. No, we're not paying you more. But we need more production out of you, right? You're in turn making the millions of dollars. So what's going to happen is when your contract is up, when you're done with that company, you're going to move on. You're going to go somewhere else. You're going to go to somebody that's going to pay you because they have the money to pay you because they're actually making money. There has to be profitability.
But then you go say, look, I need you to produce more. But you may be taking this little L right now, but if we get this boost that we expected, then boom, this goes into your bonus.
Right. You got to be.
So I mean, it's ways you can work with that.
You're right. You got to be bought in, but you're not getting that up front.
Right. Well, you got to have faith in it.
But you can say the same thing with actors and movies. They come in that joint. I'm gonna take a smaller role, but
I think this DC 5G thing is. The comment section is open. You guys can definitely go up in there.
Right.
Let us know how you feel. Let us know how you feel about it, and we like to thank Gage for coming on our show. He definitely gave insight and was helpful in the conversation because we know how it would have went if it was just me and Al up in here. Yeah. So
no, what would have happened?
What the hell does that mean? Whoa! What does that mean?
This video would not be the same. No. So we thank you,
sir,
for coming on the channel and everything.
Of course.
You guys a whole shot right there. It was.
It came past me though.
You guys check him out. The channel is loading.
Nice and nice.
The channel is loading snacks on YouTube and all the social medias. Go on Facebook, Instagram. They are there. If you're in a convention in the DMV area, you will see them, you will see us, you will see them there. They might even have a panel, you never know. They're very approachable. Walk up to them, say hi.
Straight up.
They're good guys, okay? And girls. Good guys and girls. Thank you for coming. That's our talk on DC 5G. It was about to keep on going.
Yeah,
we had it.
It can go forever.
It's about to go out as soon as the camera go off.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk to you guys next time. We're out.
Deuces.
Yeah. We in the club, we party. We in the club, we party. Yeah. How much ice you got? I don't know.
Get it, Hollis, man.
I cannot miss like I am the ace. Electrocute you, then I leave you with aftershock. Getting angry, then I turn her Incredible Hulk. Bite and bog. Chop it down like you one of them stars.